Alright, good morning guys. Another episode at 4 a.m, another tired fit. Brand new day, very grateful to go for that. We did have a very sharp reaction to the downside. Gold did come down a little bit and has now just started pushing right back up. MNQ is looking a little bit cleaner here for longs. Coming into this we got the previous day value area high resting right here. If price wants to come down, that's probably going to be our ideal entry to the upside. But if we get a closure above, I think we just enter in long here and derive the momentum to the upside. So let's see how we go here. Okay, looks like we're not getting a push to the downside. We did try and then we've just bounced right back up. So we're going to go straight in for a long here on the 255 account. Good reaction right off the bat. Okay, cool. Should be pushing for all-time highs here now. Let's see if we can add in at our original entry point. Tapped in for a little bit more at 6 micros right now. See if we invert this. I don't think we should, but let's be a little bit cautious. Decent reaction on the one here. Very nice reaction. If we can flip bullish, we'll add this last micro in here. Nice. All pretty much at our entry spot, which is really nice. Stop loss right here. Just watching for these key levels, value area lows right here. Previous day value area high resting right here as well. But we should be expecting this push now to the upside. Wait and see. Okay, we're pushing down for a bit. Got in some drawdown. One of the stops to be just below. So we actually had our stop loss right here. And then learning from what happened earlier before, pushing it just a little bit where we can see just below fair value gap. Really nice reaction to the upside here as well. Let's see, push to new all-time highs here. Alright, starting to get a bit of reaction to the downside. Just seeing if buyers can hold this spot. They're looking good, especially with ES looking the way that it is. There's a nice BC on ES resting right here. On MNQ, we're pretty much all filled out, so it'd have to go pretty steep. I think stops are at a pretty logical spot here. We're really struggling to get above all of this. Just wait and see. It looks like it's gonna spill a little bit. Alright, nice. Looks like we're getting a decent push away here. We really need to see a closure above here for me to be a bit more relaxed. So we'll just keep everything as is and see how we go. ES is looking okay. Ideally, if ES wants to drop a little bit, react off this 3 minute and then bounce to the upside. And then MNQ following suit might be on team shorts. Really nice push we're getting here. 3 minute did punch down to this level. Looks like we're bouncing back up. So now we are just gonna trail stops. See if this thing wants to go any higher today. And yeah, I think there was a part of me that was like, no, I can add more size and just let this thing rocket, and then we can hit target. But I'm just trying to be consistent, just trying to keep the 7 micros as the max position size for now. I set a rule that after the 4 payouts, we can increase size. At that point, we should be in the green with how much the accounts have cost and whatnot, and we're closer to that sort of live point where the account balance matters a bit more. But for now, like a max withdrawal of 800 only, there's no point trying to rush it. This is always what I do. Like I'll get a payout and then be like, yes, we've now earned the right to scale up, and then I'll blow it before the next payout. For now, let's just focus on getting those payouts before we can look to scale. At that point, that we can go a little bit more heavy and go a little bit more crazy. But for now, hopefully by that point, we'll have built up a buffer as well, just keeping the targets we have set in mind here. But it's looking good. We're at all-time highs. Obviously not a good idea to short at these all-time high levels. Excuse me. Just still making moves to the upside. It's probably just a pullback on a smaller time frame in these pockets here. Yeah, right at this EMA level here. The fact that we've closed above this high now on a 30. Let's just check the 1 minute. Yeah, we got a closure above there as well. God willing, we should be okay. I'm gonna just let the trade do what it wants to do and check in a little bit. Whoa, okay. I was just on my phone and came back to see this. Oh my goodness. Okay, nice. Definitely adjust our stops here. Don't break even. Don't want to see all of that come back down on us. Rather than do what we did before, take ourselves out prematurely, just gonna let the trade do what it wants to do. See if it wants to push higher from here on. Alright, pushing for highs here. And again, this is just what I'm learning, that even with 7 micros is a lot. It's a lot, especially if the market is moving. So just try not to be too greedy. Although yes, if I added more size, it probably would have been done right now. But trying not to be ungrateful, greedy, all of those negative things. So What I'm actually gonna do is starting to drive Uber in the morning now, just for a little bit of extra income on the side. It's actually super, pays really well where I am anyway. So what I'm gonna do is go clean my car. I've got stops obviously at break even here. Price comes down, it comes down, it is what it is. I'm contemplating taking a little bit off the table, but just learning what we learned last time. Just adjust stops, trail, see if this thing wants to go any higher. And so I'm gonna quickly clean the car, come back and see how we go. Wow, didn't even get time to go. What the heck? ES is absolutely melting now, so I don't know what that means. Ah, it's so annoying. We're back in long. Based on the reaction that we're seeing on ES and on the 30-second here for MNQ. Looking at a higher time frame, looks like we might have just filled this 10-minute BISI before looking for a move. We still respected this BISI, pushing all the way back up here for this order block, but let's just wait and see. We're gonna see if we can get a nice reaction here. Smaller time frame will show us the picture a little bit better. Pushed into here. Let's see if we can get a closure back here. ESM5 is looking a bit more positive now as well. Take a look at gold as well here. Nothing. Doing absolutely nothing. Decent closure on the 5 value area. Lows here for gold actually. Play might be long here for gold. I like that closure for gold at the value area highs. Just looking for a closure above, which we do get pretty convincingly. Looking for a breakout now. Watching this volume imbalance here for gold. Alright, nice push for MNQ. I like that movement. We are gonna go a little bit heavier on the size here, just because we're not needing the full move to the upside. Look to be one and done. Struggling to get above here for now, but I think if we can get a clean push, clean break, gold's looking good now too as well. Jump in on this momentum. Really bad fill on gold, but looking okay for MNQ. Gold following suit into this gap. All-time highs for gold as well, so it should be pushing beyond this point ideally. A little bit of resistance to MNQ here that we're starting to see, but buys look like they're stepping up now, which is brilliant. Gold still pushing up as well. Just adjust stops here to this low. Watching the M3 once again, decent reactions here. Ideally, if we can push for these highs, I think we should be high and dry clear, but we just need to see that momentum. Gold's pushing back down now. Okay, nice MNQ at this spot for a bit of a sibby here. Expecting this to be broken through to the upside. Adjusting stops as we are pushing to the upside here. Take the emotion out of it. Gold dipping slightly into the negatives now for this last minute here on MNQ. Expecting a bit of bounce back from here. MNQ, decent reactions here, watching this last minute. So if we get a nice closure above SCB, I think we should. Nice, nice. If we're looking to take these highs, I think we should be okay. Sellers stepping right back up. Gonna go to break even. Oh wow, I think starting to flip. I feel like gold just does the opposite of whatever we're doing with gold. That's just how it's been treating us lately. Closure did push well above and then shoot right back down. Ideally just want to see this continue. If we can push for these highs once again, ideally pretty early on this 3-minute candle, we should be okay. Otherwise we might actually start spooling to the downside. Does seem unlikely to be honest, but can never be too sure. Okay, fading this upward momentum for this last short position here. We're going a bit heavy on the sides as we can see. Anticipating a run to the downside. Gold definitely had this nice push back up, so glad we didn't really do too much here. Adjust our stops though to about here. Just watching on the smaller time frames now, as we do have a fair bit of size for MNQ. You can see here buyers are really trying to hold this to the upside, but sellers keep stepping in, which is why I'm feeling we might push a little bit lower here. Target is pretty much at the previous day value area highs, or potentially these lows. Looking to see if we can take these New York PM session lows. Ideally we can get a push to the downside here. Looks like we're breaking all of this. Maybe aiming for some of these lows. Alright, massive. Ended up getting the short here. This was the gold from the previous trades. Hit TP at 862, we got in around here, spilling to the downside now. After multiple attempts, just got to ask yourself, do we have the ability to keep going higher? On a higher time frame, we have wicked these highs, now pushing to the value area high for the current session, now closing below, so more than likely going to target this previous day VAH that we had in mind, running for the session lows here, but could bounce back at any point, obviously being at an all-time high. So it was a bit of a riskier play, which is why we wanted a little bit more size on the table, but I've just got to be mindful of that. Like, that cannot become a habit, especially at all-time highs. If we would have bounced with some more bullish momentum, could have had a bit of a negative day today. But thing is, we did have a decent puffer coming into the session, about $500 up. But really, I shouldn't be gambling off money that I can't afford to lose. As Warren Buffett says, why would we risk money that we have and we need for money that we don't have and we don't need? Decent trading day for today. The cool part about being in Australian trading at this time is that now that it is 4 or 5 a.m, pretty much the previous day session is about to end. And then in a few hours, it's new session. So I can trade again, but I think that's just each part of me as a trader that's wanting to get straight back into the charts. The process right now is actually working quite well. Starting small, adding into the position once we can see that we're right. Otherwise, just minimizing the risk and adapting. Being very fluid has been helpful, so thank God for that. Pray everyone has a really good, blessed day. I've just checked the account, so yeah, we are a few days away from payout now. So we are at requiring 2,255 for the payout on this account. We're at 1,093 without today's profit. This is the 255 account. We've just hit 862 profit today, so add that on to where we're at now, sitting at about 1.9. So we're needing about roughly 300 for this account. And then for the other account, our 992 up that $500 today. Profit was sitting at about 700, so add the 500, sitting about 1.2. We're needing 1.267. So yeah, God willing, if we get another green day tomorrow, it'll be a double payout withdrawal, which would be huge, and then just taking it slow and steady. I think I only want to add one account at a time, or maybe look at the doubling strategy. Look to double that with the payout profits on the next one and just slowly keep scaling, or just take it slow and steady and go one account at a time. Take some time praying about that and see which option is going to work better for us. But thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you for the next episode.